If I look back on my career, sustainability issues such as climate change, the circular economy, it's always been at the forefront of why we were moving in a given direction at the time. And I graduated from school during the energy crises of the 70s and 80s, and where there was an absolute lack of energy or worry about the availability. And so finding sources of energy for our customers and stakeholders was the drive of the day. And then we've discovered all kinds of forms of energy now. And so now it becomes a matter of selection and choices in terms of which are the most sustainable and which have the lowest footprint on the environment. And then on the chemical side, just about all of our developments over the last few decades have really focused upon what we call the triple bottom line, or adding sustainability to the economics part of the equations, because that's what you and our stakeholders, the consumers, are asking for. And so when I look back at the developments that I've been fortunate to be involved with in chemicals, it's really been driven by delivering cleaner products to the marketplace with processes that take a reduced environmental footprint. We're going to go over those clean sources of energy and how do we move primarily the wind and solar, which has been our focus, into the energy system, but also how do we continue to use natural gas and bioresources and coupling those and making them clean. So looking at those optimized systems, will be going to negative emissions across some processes into the future, which means we're capturing CO2 into the air and then sequestering it. And so my talk will focus on why we need to do that, how we need to manage CO2 and carbon over the energy transition over the next 50 years so that we can achieve that much less than 1.5 degrees C goal of limiting temperature rise and deliver on the chemicals and the energy systems. We have a tremendous amount of ground to cover to make this happen, and we have to be very, very efficient in terms of our R&D and then how we're going about it. And so when it comes to Pittcon, that's really what we're looking for, is to make those connections with the advanced methods, the best toolkit. And you can't have enough of that in order to address these types of challenges. Again, our challenges are greater than ever, and we need to stay connected in that regard. I find the networking to be just so tremendously valuable. It's a great opportunity to space to learn about what's new out there in terms of capabilities in the field, also to network, but then also to communicate what some of our needs are so that the types of components will be developed. And so I think it's a good two-way communication between what some of industries and research labs in general's needs are and those people who are providing solutions into that space in terms of new technology capabilities. Quite often, the virtual world, you can actually expand the number of different things that you can see and or retain because the advantage of having all of the presentations and the videotaping, so you can do more paralleling and really perhaps cover more of the space than we could have if it were all face-to-face. So I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping everyone else is, and hope to learn a lot of new ideas, make some new connections, and come join us and work on some of these grand challenges that we have in sustainability, climate change, and circularity.